Hello, my loves. Welcome to today's video. Today I want to share with you a deck interview spread. I'm fresh hot off of another video that I filmed unboxing this tarot deck that I've been had on my wish list since it came out like 9 years ago or however long that was. And I wanted to share with you a deck interview spread that I created that I like to use just because I find most of the deck interview spreads I come across are a little like same and kind of boring, in my opinion. The reason that I have these cards out here is because when I get a new deck and I sit down and shuffle it for the first time, sometimes I have just like a bunch of cards fall out and I get a really impromptu like message from the deck. It starts talking to me immediately and we start building this really cool relationship together. Other decks are like stone cold. They don't give me much. Maybe I'm at odds with it. Maybe I'm feeling indifferent about it. Maybe I love the artwork, but there's no like the spark is missing, you know? And even if the spark's not missing, sometimes you just want to like really get in there and figure some stuff out together. So I wanted to share the spread that I put together for myself with you in case you were looking for something different. And I'll leave it in the description box below. Of course, if you share it, I ask that you credit me for having created it. And with all that being said, we'll get into it. So the first card is a card to set the tone as we settle in together. This is kind of a card position that's meant to replicate whatever happened intuitively for me here, where I just pulled cards and I put them down. Sometimes I don't really want like a message. I just want, what card are you going to show me first? And I think that that's really fun. So setting the tone together, one card just to like, let's kind of like dip my toe in and just see what appears. So that's card position number 1. Number 2, something you want me to know about myself. Card number 3, energy you enjoy channeling. So number 2, something you want to know about, something you want me to know about myself is just an opportunity for the deck to become a mirror for you, which is essentially what decks are. They're mirrors that we look into and reflected back kind of that intuitive message for ourselves. So number 2, right off the bat, it's reflecting something back to you. Number 3 is the energy that the deck enjoys channeling. So this often tells me what kind of energy and types of readings that the deck is going to enjoy bringing to the table for me, but it just gives it a little more energetic breath than what types of readings. It's just, it goes with how I read. Question number 4, the work you are here to do with me during this season. So this is like, hey deck, you've come into my life. What are you here to show me? What are you here to teach me? What are you here to help me work through? Card number 5 is, how would you like us to move forward together at this time? So this is kind of like getting to know perhaps the type of practice or how this deck would like to be in her practice. I find some decks don't really care for like reading for me about everyday matters. They don't want to be a daily draw. They just want to be like a every now and then or for something specific. And other decks are like, I want like dedicated. Let's go. So that's kind of how I feel out that situation, is with that question about how we want to move forward together at this time. Card number 6 is, are you here forever or for a season? And this is kind of just feeling into what your long-term relationship with the deck might be like. I just think it's fun. I can't say that I've ever like gone back and been like looked at this question for decks that I've decided to move on, but I feel like that was probably something that I should start doing just to see if we like predicted that together. But you know, some decks, they're in my library, my toolbox for quite a while, and sometimes they're just with me for a season and then they move on to somebody else. So I think it's fun to be upfront with that relationship. And then the last card is 7. Show me a card with deep meaning for the both of us. So this is kind of like card number 1 in the spread, where it's like, let's just have a card to kind of get our feet wet together. Card number 7 is like, okay, we've made it to the end of the spread. There's a little bit of understanding about our relationship now and the dedication that we may or may not have together. Can you give me a little sneaky preview of a card that I want to like look out for that's going to end up meaning something for me later on? Sometimes this is a stalker card. Sometimes it's just a message that you really need right now. Sometimes it's more of like the personality of the deck coming out of like, this is how the deck sees itself. And that's important. There's so many different things that the deck can show you in this last card. And I find this spread to be really fun and a lot more meaningful for the way that I practice than perhaps the more generic or widely used, I guess you could say, interview spreads that you find online. Let me know in the comments if this spread resonated with you, if you're going to use it. I'd love to see what decks you end up interviewing with this spread. And I also have a deck spread for re-interviewing a deck that you haven't used in a while, which I'm hoping to film soon. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments below and I'll put that on my priority list. But that's all I have for you today, my loves. Thank you for joining me for this quick video. I hope that you enjoyed this spread. Sending you so much love. If you want to see me unbox and talk about this and actually read this little spread that you've been staring at the whole time, I'll leave that video linked below for you so you can check it out. And other than that, I'll see you again soon. Take care, my loves. Bye.